935 KDAY celebrating 40 years in hip hop. This is Sundays in LA with Miss Corrie Renee. Welcome to my first show. You guys, I am born and raised in LA. So my first guest definitely had to be somebody from the west side of the coast. Allow me to formally introduce to you Jason Martin. But you know him. The world knows him as Problem.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good.
I love your energy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
Wholeheartedly. So I'm going to jump right in.
That's right.
Because that's how I get to down and how I like to do. Why the name change?
I just think it was time. This stage of my career, the stage of just my age, my life, personally, mentally, physically, I feel like I'm irresponsible for still calling myself Problem. And I'm more like solution oriented when I'm dealing with people anyway, so thought it was time for that.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Not the problem, but the solution.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we all know this album, I Own Myself. Talk to us about it because, I don't stalk, but I stalk. So I just wanted to know, you said this was like your first official album. What makes this album different from all your other projects?
Aside from the name change, just the way I went about it, just really finding brand new spirits, brand new musicians, video directors, stylists, instrument people, musicians, new artists. I just wanted to find something new that nobody had really dove in with and create something brand new for me. With the help of my brother Miles actually making me do it. He found this group called the Melodics. They're like a 5 to 8 piece band that just comes in and you just do the project. So in 4 sessions, we really did an album.
Wow.
Yeah, so it sonically, that's the reason. I Own Myself is self-explanatory as it can be. I feel like I owe myself this moment to do it this way, my way, one time. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I've been a part of helping so many people's movements, and I've pushed so many people's ideas, and I've been a part of just assisting a lot of amazing people, but I owe myself all my ideas and all my thoughts and all my songs and all my everything. So, yeah.
I'm sorry because that is exactly how I feel, and I feel like because of that is how we are here now.
Come on, it looks beautiful. I did not expect this when I walked. You come on, girl.
Listen,
that's right.
I try to give you something.
Say now, you the first person, and probably in radio when I walked in, I had a gift here. You know what I'm saying? You starting off bright. I'm fucking with it for sure.
Thank you.
I can't curse this Sundays, right?
Oh no, I mean we can bleep you out.
All right,
it's
good,
okay.
good. We straight. Okay.
We are keeping the conversation real and authentic. So, talk to me a little bit about like the single process because I know you have Frequency out now. How was that? How did you decide to pick Frequency or whichever project to come first?
Yeah, I think the title, We on a Whole Nother Frequency, is just really, it's really evident of what all this is. Jason Martin, I Own Myself. This is a brand new frequency that I'm on, a whole new wavelength. I got a chance to introduce Rita Imperial, an artist out of New Orleans that I'm really, really up on. So, it just felt good. Every time I played it in a room full of people, it was just like, hey, I'm still old school. I go off the feeling. I'm not really into whose numbers do what and all of that shit. This is about what felt good. And I thought it was a perfect way to introduce the new sound, the new energy, before we really unleash.
Okay, absolutely. So we are definitely going to keep it going with I Own Myself. But I want to switch gears just a little bit because you've just been recognized not too long ago by Rolling Stone. Okay, so congratulations on making Rolling Stone's top 100 West Coast hip hop songs of all time.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I don't believe it. It's wild.
Don't believe it. It happened.
Oh, I'm walking in it, but just as a fan of the sport and the culture, and we're here at KDAY that really kicked off all of this West Coast music with all the songs that's been released and all the amazing artists and all the genres and decades. For them to pick one of my records, it's an amazing feeling. Shout out to everybody involved.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
You couldn't have said it better. And with that being said, KDAY being like one of the backbones of hip hop.
Yes.
And things of that nature. DJ Quick was also on that list. And Quick has been one of the biggest instrumental support systems in my personal journey, specifically within KDAY 2. And I realized that you guys are pretty cool.
Oh, that's my brother. I talked to him this morning.
I'm like, and I saw y'all was in the studio.
Yeah,
So I was like,
yeah. Quick's not gonna let me go outside without buttoning up my shirt and tying up my shoes. He came in last minute, fourth quarter on the mix, and it was like, I gotta handle your vocals. I gotta make sure they all right. So he came in like those last 4 sessions and just like, you gotta make him sound expensive. We're not problems. Not no. We got. He was adamant about your vocals have to be this way. Right. Quick being who he is to this thing we call music. He's top 2, top 1, depending on who you asking to ever come out of this side.
Right.
To even have this type of relationship, to be able to call him and call him a friend and a brother. Rosecrans, the album, I had never sounded like that. So for him to be able to walk me to this next phase is dope. Shout out to my brother. His music, he got a crazy album too.
Right. Like,
he won't put it out though, but it's crazy.
We got to talk him into it.
It's crazy.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you for bringing me this lovely gift here, Cushion Coffee. And oh my goodness, Compton Coffee, because that was going to be my next question.
Come on.
Talk to me about it. Like, what's our concept here?
Well, Coffee and Kush, if you know what each one of them are, you know what they do. You know what I'm saying?
But they bring them together.
So they created a balance. That's actually a mug with a smoking pipe on it. So you'll be able to do both. You can drink and light up your weed in the same situation. But Coffee and Kush was derived during the pandemic. I was walking to coffee shops and just noticing I wasn't the only one smelling like weed. I said, wait, this is great. But the type of people that was doing this were these big CEOs and big entrepreneurs, and they were up early in the morning. This whole other lifestyle happening I just didn't know of because I was always going to sleep at 5 instead of waking up at 5. So it zeroed me in, the combination of Coffee and Kush. And then I just started building on the idea. I'm like, okay, I need a product. And it's like, okay, well, I want to do Coffee and Kush lounges. I want to do Coffee and Kush trucks. So we're in motion to open our first one in the next 6 months. And then we have some trucks that are in development up in San Francisco. So we're getting ready to move around with it.
I love it.
And the coffee, actually, I can't even take credit for that. I got a random call from my lawyer. Shout out to Eric Shevin. He's like, yeah, man, you got this stuff. You need to get a coffee. I got this guy. He put me with these people. And then I went down there and went to coffee school for like a day. And I created a blend. And then in 24 hours, there were 250 of them sitting in a box. And then we put a link together and they were gone. It's like, so wait, all right, well, this may be something we can do. So we're about to package all these up together. So you got to get the coffee, the mug, the flour with whoever we partner with as a full package.
Okay. And can we buy this right now? Or
yes.
You can?
Yes.
Okay, where
you can go
to
coffeeandkush.com for the mugs, and the I Love Compton Coffee has its own site, but you can get the coffee off the coffeeandkush.com site as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm going to go back into I Owe Myself the album, but I'm getting just a little bit personal, but I'm telling you this, anything that I ever do ends positively with love, like all that good stuff.
Got you.
So, Jen.
Yes.
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 I have a very interesting story related to Jen. So, my ex, I'm getting real deep, y'all. So, my ex, he ended up spending like 12 years in prison. So, in the process of that, we kept it cool, all that good stuff. And then he was in a transition phase. And in that process, he always, just like in the process of our relationship over the course of the 12 years, he always had these really, really amazing stories about his blood cousins that he grew up with. And he identified them first as the triplets. And I was like, okay. But, us, like, still learning each other, like, he gave me bits and pieces at a time, each story that he gave me, right?
Right.
So then I learned their names. I believe it's Joyce, Jackie, and Jen.
Yeah.
So in the process of that, he was transitioning home. And he got the phone call. And he was really, distraught. So I was just a listening ear to all that. Fast forward, he was able to be released to go to Jen's homegoing.
Okay.
And he just told me that day, like, how happy he was to see you there and all of the good, like, positive, loving energy that you had given to everybody in the moment. So I also noticed, like, she's the only person that you follow on Instagram.
So you know what's crazy and what's wild, I can show you this too. I'm glad somebody actually asked me about this.
Oh, come on!
Cause somebody,
Stand up.
I'm gonna show you something, which is why I'm really a little nervous about social media.
Okay.
Right? So look who it says I follow on my phone.
Okay. It says 0 following.
Right.
Right.
But to everybody else, it says I follow Jen. Well, I forgot. My wife was asking me about that. I've had a few people ask me about this, and I didn't know what they were talking about.
Okay.
So I don't know why it's only following her, but I'll look at it as just like maybe that's my angel watching over me, if we want to look at it in a positive. But I don't know why it does that way. But for all of the people I was following, for that to be the one that's showing everybody must mean a good sign for something. We both have the same last names anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask. I was like, did she
Yeah.
have any influence?
Well, that was
on
my
myself?
ex-girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? She was very influential in the whole Mollywood part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Held me down in a real way. You know, I was supposed to come back and get her when I settled down. So her passing was kind of wild. It came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting that they have that person as the one I'm following. But again, I like to look at things half full. It's a reason for it.
Definitely so. I thought nothing but positivity. And I was like, ooh, you know, because we didn't talk about it beforehand. So I was like, is he about to get up and leave if I say something?
I'm an open book, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you actually brought it up, though. And she's very special. Her family is very special to me. Still talk to her sisters. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. They still the craziest people I know.
Turn up. That's
my
what
dogs.
I'm talking about. Yeah. All right. So the Roxy is going down.
May 25th.
Okay. What can we expect?
It's gonna be fun. I mean, I can say it here. I'm gonna record a live version of "I Owe Myself" that night.
Did I just get an exclusive?
You definitely got an exclusive.
Did I just get an exclusive?
Yeah.
You guys heard it here first. 935 KDAY celebrating 40 years in hip hop, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
May 25th, we're gonna record the album live. I'm definitely gonna bring out a few people, and I will be recording. I'm not just gonna do the album. We're gonna do the records that people love too. I'm not the guy that's like, don't play my old shit. That's crazy. That's wild. I mean, it's mine. I mean, I could never understand it. I feel like. And to go back to the Rolling Stone things, that's why you still perform them. It's like, bro, if you were able to do something that stopped people for a moment that they hold on to forever, why run from that? You run from it when you think you can't do it again.
Think we just got a little clip. Okay, I love that because people need to know that.
Nah, man, perform your records. I mean, I know it's tough because a lot of people have like ownership issues that's probably going on, record deals, or have some bad memories tied to that song. But to the people, the millions of people you probably affected with it, dang, man, fuck all that.
Right.
Man, get off that. Like, give those people that 3-4 minutes so they can rejuvenate and go into that spot when they first heard that song. You know what I'm saying? Don't take that from the people.
Enough said. That's exactly how I feel. So you couldn't have said it any better. We here at 935 KDAY is celebrating 40 years in hip hop. You already know hip hop has turned 50.
Yeah.
What does hip hop mean to you?
Changed my life, changed my family's life, changed everything for me. That's the selfish answer. As far as what it brings and what it makes me feel like the fact that it was able to be, the business of it was able to be created here at KDAY with Eazy-E kicking off what he did that now spawns to Dr. Dre being this billionaire guy, and the Snoops and the everybody's the Kendricks, like it all spawned in that beginning birth. And what KDAY brought to it is like, this was what my mom had on. She was playing this stuff, and I was hearing Kid Frost, La Raza, and MC Breed, and the Future in Your Front. And it was, these songs came on a lot.
Right.
So and then Quick Tonight, you know. I'm nothing without hip hop. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna cry later.
Come on.
I really, really appreciate you. You guys, that will do it. Be sure, okay? Jason Martin's I Owe Myself. Go get it. Go follow. Support. Be sure to check him out as well. The Roxy Theater, May 25th. This has been Sundays in LA with Miss Corrie Renee on 935 KDAY, celebrating 40 years in hip hop. We did it!